this would be the login screen that we have to log into the mobile app. So we have to use the login and password which we use to log into the EHRM system. So once we log in, first we see the employee picture which we have, then our name and our employee number. So this would be the side panel for the mobile app. So here you would find the links which you can access. So the first one would be your profile. Then we have leave. We can have our approvals. Then we can view dashboards as well as our pay slips. So when we move into our profile, as you can see, we can have links here to the sections which appear in the EIM on the HRIS system. So we can have our profile details, our job details, workstation details, etc. These would all load from the Employee Information Manager module. So moving on to the next section, we have leave. So here it would display the entitlements we have in leave, plus the leave history or the summary that the past leave that we have taken and the status of them. So once we go into the apply section, this would be the page where you're going to apply a leave. So first we select the leave type. We give the from date and the to date. And we can apply from there. So next section we're looking at is the dashboards. So the dashboards that we have on our HRI system, we can view from the mobile app as well. And finally, we can view the pay slips as well. So we can select the month, the year, and we can view it. So earlier you saw the profile details. So if you select one of the tabs, now here the example is profile details. Once you select it, the details would drop down and you could view it like this. So you would get basically these are the details that would load from the EIM. So the workflow module within the mobile app, it would be displayed like this. So you would get the details of the particular application. Once you select the application, you can either approve it or reject it within the mobile app. So this would be what the payslip looks like on the mobile app, a sample payslip. For the mobile app, there is only one configuration. That is, we have to set the service URL. So that would be the link of the HRIS system. We have to set it here so that it would load properly. We can set it here and save it. So for the mobile app, that would be it. Let us move on to the next section, which is the SSHR. So this would be the login screen to the HRIS system. So how we access the SSHR is likewise log in the HRIS software. We log in, and here we have this small drop down here. Once we click on that, we can see here switch between products. So here we have to select the SSHR. So then we would be redirected to the SSHR side. So this is where the employee can interact, the users, the end users, they can interact with the HRIS software. So at the home page, you can see basically your own information, your personal information, and you could see these other widgets here as well. So first of all, we have our workflow items. So this is where all your subordinates leave approvals, attendance approvals, training and development, or any other approval will be displayed. So by selecting this item, we will be redirected to the workflow module. So from here, we can either approve or reject these workflow items. So next we have some tabs here on top. From here, we can access other sections of the HRIS software for the end users. So the first tab here is employee information. So from this tab, an end user can view his and his team's personal information. So we'll take personal information, for example. So this would be the employee's own personal information. You can see his job details are here. The reporting hierarchy will load the supervisor. So these all load from the EIM module. His workstation details would be displayed as well. So likewise, his expertise profile, his dependent details, emergency details, qualifications will all load from the EIM. Likewise, when we move to the team profile, you can see your team's personal information as well. So to your right, you would find all your subordinates over here. So once you click them, their personal information will load. So here you would see one of your subordinates information. So here again, you can view your team's expertise profile, their dependent details, emergency details, qualifications, likewise. If we move on to ELC, so the employee lifecycle module, since it's an end user, he can only view his own application history. That would be all the movements which this particular employee has gone through. So in this particular case, this employee has gone through a transfer. By viewing in detail, you can view the details of that particular application. So next, we'll look at the absence management module for the end users. So for them, they could apply leave. They can cancel their leave. They can view their leave history and status. Likewise. So we'll look at apply for leave first. So this would how the leave application would look for the end users. They could see their leave balance here and the short leave details as well. So here they would select what is the leave type they're going to apply for. They can give the from and the to date. They could give the reasons for the leave. If required, they can provide the attachment. They can give the comments, and also they can give notification to another employee within the company. They can select the covering employee if required and click apply. So after it is applied, if workflow is configured, it would go through the workflow process. So if they want to apply for a short leave, they would have to move into the short leave tab. So then again, here we have the leave year, the leave type, the date. We can give the from and to date and the reason for leave. We can give a comment and apply. So here we can also view the leave history and status. So selecting the year, all the leave details would fall here. So next you get the leave cancellation page. So this, if an employee wants to cancel leave, he or she can cancel it through this page. So then again, we have the leave history and status here once again, which is the same page which I showed you earlier. They can select the year and all the leave details will be displayed for that year. So we have another page here, team leave management. So here all your subordinates will be displayed here. So against each subordinate, you can perform these leave related activities. So with the legend, you can see the first one would be to apply leave for this particular employee. Then we can apply short leave. We can cancel the leave. We can view their leave detail, leave statistics, and also the leave planner. So against this employee, if we want to apply leave, we can go ahead and click apply leave here. So on behalf of this particular employee, we can apply the leave, which is the same process. So let's look at the attendance section now. For the end users in the attendance section, for oneself, they can view their own attendance. If they have to apply any prior overtime applications, it can be done. And their manual in and out can be also applied through this section. Likewise, for the team, they can view the subordinates attendance and they can apply for the subordinates manual in and out as well. So if we look at view my attendance, it would display your own attendance summary. So we have to give a date range here and click on show. If there are attendance details, it would be displayed here. So in this case, there aren't any attendance details. It would show their in times, the out date, and the out times. Then if there is any overtime, it would be displayed in this column, early minutes and the late minutes. the work hours, and if there is a no pay for that date, it would be displayed here. And if a leave has been applied or a leave has to be applied for that particular day, it would be displayed in the notifications column. So my manual in and out. If an employee has missed, basically has gone on a office outing or something like that, or a client visit, they would have to manually input their manual in and out. So once again, they have to select the date range. Basically, once they select the date range, they can, it will be displayed like this. So after that, they can give their in date, the in time, the out date, and the out time, and click on submit. So thereafter, if approval is set, it would go for the workflow process. Likewise, you can view your team attendance using the team attendance page. So it would display against each employee their attendance details.